Welcome back to part number 2 of my Imperator Rome Seleukid Empire series, Marius 2.0 update. We chose not to negotiate with the Maurans and essentially had to make a total commitment and send essentially all of our armies and every single levy to this area. But we did indeed secure it. It was a long and brutal war, and we have a high war exhaustion, as do the Maurans. Bactrians have a 14, I'd imagine. Our other client states are much the same. I hadn't played this for a while, and I was sort of surprised to have free claims that I found here in Maurya. Both of these territories here as well, it would seem. So we can indeed form the said Indo-Greek kingdom, move our capital over to this area, and then we could perhaps even move it back, as we have the political influence banked, as we haven't really done much of anything other than war. If we go here, by my best reckoning, we trigger Zhang Zong and Cambodia. I'm not sure that I want anything but this territory. Anything we have a claim on, I'll take. I don't think we have a claim here. We do, though. How interesting. How about here? I'd imagine we don't. So what we'll probably do is have Gandhara take Cambodia up into Zhangzhung in this whole area. As long as we're going to war with them, we may as well have tiny Gandhara get a little less tiny. And then we'll take this area we have the claims on, and we'll reform the Indo-Greek kingdom. We have relieved Mayura of his client state here, so he won't be sending any troops. The Kalingians will have to retreat to Mayuran territory to refresh their levies. We are going to immediately, and I do mean immediately, stand down our beaten and battered levies for a pittance of military experience, because they have none. And they're small in number, I believe, because they've all been beaten down badly. There's nothing there to speak of. I think we can re-raise them at full value. And essentially, we don't have any manpower lost to attrition, or we don't need to refresh anyone. So when can we 4 months, I think we can re-raise. Let's see the exact truth of it here. Persis is good enough, I suppose. Well, where's our capital? Well, when does it happen here? Let's see it. Levy already raised. Our capital is exactly where again? Mesopotamia. There it is, there. Would seem, I see. So those are more levies that we can raise, but it hasn't updated that we de-raised the capital levy as yet. So that will update. Looks as though there's quite a bit in Persis that we could raise. There's been a bit of assimilation or promotion or whatnot. Well, that's good news for us. I'm sort of concerned about here. There's the Imperial Challenge, Casus Belli. These guys don't seem to be involved in much of anything, really. And I'd imagine that we are in between their... I see that they have taken this area here as well from the Antagonists. So, as to whether they want to march through us or not, I don't really know. I'd imagine this... Well, it's not disinclined, I'd say. Could probably use an ally in the area. That's not going to do much for our diplomatic rating. It has to be minus 30% political influence at that point. Yeah. Let's go ahead and improve some opinions. I think we're already improving this guy's opinion. Maybe we could, yeah. That's almost a lost cause there. We'll not do it. We'll not waste the 25 on that matter. What we need to do is, I took a look at the board here, and I have not set these policies for cultural assimilation as yet. We probably should have done that sooner than later. Let's go ahead and do that. Those will remain intact for the remainder of the game. And we will get more freemen, citizens and nobles for our troubles. We'll set that as well. And this as well. And we'll set this as well. Alright, I think that's everyone. It's not everyone. We have our capital area here. We need to get that set. That is everyone. Okay. So now that we've done that, we need to mull about or think about integrating a culture. And the proper choice really relative to loyalty is going to be Assyria. But there are a lot of them are in our capital region, which we just set for cultural assimilation. So maybe we just wait this out and assimilate these guys. This is our capital region. No, it's not. This is. So it's just this area here. And our capital region. These guys are highly agitated. These guys, not so much so. I think there's some Macedonian Hellenics mixed in with the lot here. And they're not nearly as upset as the Assyrians that are wrong culture, wrong religion. So perhaps against better judgment, I'm going to think on integrating the Assyrians as opposed to the Aramaics. Butchered that name again. Someone told me how to say it in the last episode. Wow. Okay. I think that's what we'll do. I think. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to integrate. We'll not do it. Those guys are 58. We're going to do it here. We have more slaves in these Assyrians than the Aramaics. We're going to do it here to citizen level. As one day we will deintegrate them. So there we go. And convert them to proper Hellenic Macedonians. So we've done that, and now we have a negative stability tick here. It's only minus 0.13 as... it's only minus 0.13 because we have found that wonderful wonder in Taxila. So this is now... should resolve relatively quickly because our levies are gone, and this will resolve shortly. What else do we have? We need to get... I took a look at our government or family. We find that our primary heir is indeed married and has a child, which is good news for us. But I noticed that no one else is married. Like this fellow here. He's not married. Perhaps we should get him married and at least look into the matter. Sort by age. There do not seem to be many... well, she's 24. See, she's a Seleukid. She's 30 there. I'd like to arrange a marriage with a non-Seleukid family for this fellow, so as to gain or garner some loyalty from one of our great families. Exactly who they are, we're not so sure. Menid, Philetid, and Frataraka. Menid, Philetid, and Frataraka. So if we go back here, when we take a look at this guy, we want to arrange a marriage with a Menid, Frataraka, or Philetid. I butchered those names, I'm quite certain. This Philetid, she's 30. She'll have kids until she's 45. Maybe we'll just do it. Is she chaste? We don't know. We're going to find out. Merciful, tolerant, and humble. She's a bit old. Other than she's so this guy is passed on. And maybe we will indeed arrange that marriage. The problem is it could cost us big money, but we'll do it. We're going to arrange a marriage there immediately. Get some loyalty going here. A bargain. There we go. 388. There goes our money. There goes our money. We are also... I probably shouldn't have done that. Well, such is life. There's this area here. What we want to do is recruit one of these warriors here from the great family who is disloyal and also has the blood of the Argid. And we're going to marry him off to one of our daughters. During the in-between episodes, I took a look here and found a suitable replacement here. This Antipatrid has the blood of the Antipatros and the blood of the Argid. Is disloyal and not married, strangely enough. This fellow is always married in my previous 2 or 3 run-throughs with the Seleukid Empire. And I'm going to try to recruit him immediately. We're going to find the truth of it. Is there how old is he? 19? This fellow is 17. I would wager he's not married either. Do we have a back? There it is. Back. Go back. Back. The back. Let's see. Alright, so we'll just click on this again here. Who do we want? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Cautious, cruel, foolish, proud. Neither of them have chaste, so we'll go with this guy. Let's do it. So I'll have this guy. We'll make friends with him. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. What else do we have? We want to give... we were integrating these guys, and we can give these fellows some rights, I think. I'm not sure whether we're busy doing other matters quite yet. I would imagine we probably are. We're not. We're going to give these guys a protection against torture here. We'll lose a little bit of funding, and well, so what? So what? We'll not worry about that either. Stability drop. What of it? What of it? So, I think we probably have some serious issues over here with food. And this province here is the middle of a war zone and is always very challenged relative to food. The problem is we are challenged relative to funding, but let's see here. We have 3 cities in our new area here. 9 guys there. That's the same. And 27 pops there. And this area. What we're going to do is we're going to move guys out of the cities and into on that grain territory. We don't have a surplus of vegetables and we pay full price. Well, we're not going to do this much. We'll not worry. I think this Hellenic Macedonian. Somehow we have a Hellenic They probably have stolen those pops. Well, we've done it. We've done it. We probably should move that Macedonian just on general principle back into the city so that he will promote to a freeman. And I would imagine we'd probably also want to... There are no more I see. So we'll just move this guy from right there. And I'd imagine we still have not created a surplus, unfortunately, because we haven't built a farm. And there goes more of our precious funding there. And we'd also probably want to disable slave promotion there as well. So the farm will reduce the surplus needed here by 5. And perhaps give a bit of civ value and whatnot. And maybe allow us just a bit more pops in that area. Well, in a monthly food modifier, that's good for us. We have a fair amount of income. On to the next, let's see here. Cultural we've done the assimilation. Integrate. Perhaps we should build some forts over here. All right, I took just a short break there. I think the building forts broke me here, but I think we have a sufficient amount of forts, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the area. As to whether they're particularly strategically placed or not, we probably want that one here. We also don't want to pay. How much is a fort now? 130, and we have to pay a monthly stipend to keep it up. We have this fort, perhaps we'll just not worry about that. And improve an opinion here on our various vassals, just to be sure that they are willing to participate in the coming war. We'll improve this fellow's opinion surely. And the integration window is opening shortly as well. I believe it will start 460. We'll send this guy an ambassador. And we'll send the Parthians an ambassador as well. As to whether we want to integrate the Parthians or not, I don't know. I think these Parnians will come down and with a ravenous horde looking for who even knows what. We could have Parthia annex much of that area, and then we wouldn't have to take the aggressive expansion for it. I'm not sure what happens really. Whether we would be able to take these by the Imperial challenge casus belli, even though they're not technically adjacent to us, I don't really know. I think it's possible. In all the playthroughs I've seen, these guys come down and take Seleukid territory. We're going to learn the truth of it, exactly what happens there, but I know that Parthia, if in a standard war, could take this territory by occupation, but it won't be a standard war. We'll find out what happens. So now we have the question of, do we immediately declare on Mayura, or this area? We could immediately do it, as in like right now. We need to place a governor first, and let's see how many governors we have. Just right there is all we have. Who's that? Scholar. It's a 9-man as well. I see we have some scorn that is looming. This fellow here, I see no other than his 20 loyalty. We probably wouldn't want to place him. I see that the fellow is, he has some serious issues there. Dismissed a murder there, and he has a huge power base. He is the family head? What is that? Wait a moment here. Who's that guy? Menet. Nico. How old is he? 41. Nicodoros Menet. Nicodoros Menet. So if we go here, I don't see any Menets. Yeah, we're on the wrong group there. So we want to switch back to our own characters. There we go. We found our own guys, and Nicodoros is the head of the family. And let's see here. He's 41 years old, and we'll probably, let's see exactly what he does. He's various skills and such. And we're not going to place the head of the family as a governor. That's what we're not going to do. As whether Nicodoros will become less agitated if we give him a position in government, it's not exactly known. How about this fellow? 7-9. What is that? How about this guy? He's a 10-man, 37. He's another Menad. So maybe we put Nicodoros here and make him happier than not. It'll cost us some political. Nicodoros doesn't want that job. There he is. There's Nicodoros there. He's just barely loyal. We could give Nicodoros the free hands or not worry about it. He'll come around at some point. So now we need to find a governor for this area. And this guy could go mad at any moment as well. I generally don't like to place royal family members as governors, as they tend to go madder than not. Just as on general principle, that means we'll just place a minor character who's fair at governance. I'm thinking of replacing this guy as a researcher, but we'll get to that in a moment here. This fellow is reasonably loyal. And this fellow is a bit more loyal and a decent governor, or decent marshal. We're not going to call up any levies from this area, so far as I can tell. There are not many Macedon. If it gets to that, we're in trouble. We got some trouble. There's some Macedonians there as well. Well, why not place him? We probably won't need him as a general. Who knows? And they'll be right here, ready for action, these levies. So we have a minus 0.12, no problem. At least for now. Where does that leave us? It leaves us looking at our research rate here, which can probably go back on the taxes, get a more reasonable research rate. This guy is a great family man and an 8. He has no particular skill set, and he's affiliated. You'll learn the truth there. So these guys are 4 of 4. In fact, everyone is 4 of 4. Well, I was thinking maybe we could replace this fellow and place him as the governor of that area and relieve our minor character that we've just set. We'll maybe get some free stuff here. This fellow's a scholar. We'll put this fellow on that job there immediately. And then we'll replace the governor of here that we just placed with this great family man who is not overly loyal, unfortunately. But, well, he seems to be the only choice there, so we'll plop him down and see what happens. Let's see his inclination now for loyalty. He's about the same. Yeah. Good enough indeed. What is our research now? 57. Yeah. And when do we exactly get to our goal of converting people to our Hellenic religion? So we have 4 in the bank. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So theoretically, when these roll over or roll through, we can go right down to formulatic worship and get that ball rolling. Again, it'd probably be more efficient. Well, who knows, really? Who knows? There's a lot of boons that come from religion. We're going to go to that. As my last Roman campaign, I chose that. So that will get us where we need to go, and that will happen in 472, so not for some time. Not for some time indeed. 470, 472 or whatnot. Now we're back at the question at hand, is do we immediately declare war on the Mayurans again? Second levy of... You see, if we let them stand these levies down, they'll have to make it back to where they are, where the war zone is. Rather than just sort of refresh themselves. A lot of them are already beaten down to one. This guy is done. He's no longer a client state. This guy is beaten and battered as well. He'll come back as a refreshed unit. These guys, I think these guys are not exactly feeling particularly well either. What drives this guy? We don't know what drives him. But he's probably lower on food than not as well as exiled. So, how about this guy? Mercenary stack there. I think this guy, we've already tried to bribe him. He's at war with Mayura. We're not at war, and it costs 600 and something. I think we are going to immediately declare a war. And get that ball rolling again. Now, unfortunately, our allies won't be able to call up their levies anew. That could pose a huge problem. And what that problem is, well, I don't really do this very often. I normally have some sort of idea as to what will happen in this matter, in various matters that happen in Imperator Rome, but I essentially have no idea what's going to happen here. Maybe we'll just do it. I took a bit of a break there, and just doing it, I mean, it's a decent idea. The thing is that, well, he won't be able to refresh his levies. They'll be the same ones, and I don't really want them here. I want them, like, here. And maybe he stands down his mercs as well, and we'll have a chance to repurchase them, and get some more gold in the bank, re-up our levies from here, get them marching over here, and most importantly, I think we'll be able to stand down this levy, and our allies will be able to recall up their levies. The Bactrian levy and army was mighty. Mighty indeed. As for these guys, well, whatever, but it's a 27k stack here, or more to the point, I think 54k stack cohorts that can be called up anew if a sufficient amount of time passes. So these guys are not going to be here. They'll have to get recalled up. And this war exhaustion really is overdone. I don't think it really does. Well, it does something, but it doesn't do nearly enough to make, like, Mayura go boom. It being an AI, I suppose it could go boom and whatnot from high war exhaustion, but maybe we'll just not worry about that, and we'll just refresh our numbers and just let a bit of time pass. I'm going to speed 4 here just on general principle, and we're just going to cease that activity here. So where is this guy? We'll leave this guy here. We're going to keep our mercs. I think we have an extra merc, and we'll keep this guy on there as well. We're going to let our mercs refresh. We want to get these guys, say here. Hold on a minute here. We're going to add the pay. We'll get this guy going there as well. And we'll say we'll go down to here. This fellow here, we'll get him refreshing his number as well. What does that do for us? We're still positive 0.25 or 25 positive. And we have more routes in our capital, which we can utilize for, well, we don't know. We don't know exactly what I see. We don't have a standing army, I suppose. Does that work for mercs? I don't know. Legion maintenance. I haven't checked exactly, nor will we worry about it. We're going to need some stone, I think, is what we need. We need to get some religious conversion buildings going up, specifically in our capital area. Stone. You'd think that we'd want to have happy. We want to make people happy. That's what we need to do. Pontus, Cyprus, this fellow here. We need to get our slaves happier than not. We're going to get these olives imported here, and we'll get it from this fellow as well. So we've done that, and this should help with the Assyrian issue here. Hopefully these guys will become happier than not, or less dissatisfied. So what do we have? What do we have? We have all of our routes filled. Iron, that's it. Everything is as efficient as it can be. I think everything has been adjusted so as to have automatic trade, except our capital. And we are indeed ready to go. Let's just watch this at speed 4 and see what happens with these levies. Now, hopefully the Bactrians stand the levies down. Let's see, we'll have this fellow, give him the 50 gold there. I see this fellow is in no mood to stand his levy down. Let's see. We lose 10 PI, a moderate amount of progress there. I may go overkill here. I haven't... there's an exact... I think it's an unverified protocol or procedure that says you don't really need to do as much, quite as much as I do. Well, perhaps this is just a thing, and we'll just not worry about it. And we're going to recruit this guy and marry him off to our daughter ASAP. Without any sort of hitches or glitches. We've done it. We've done it. So now I believe we can move over to Macedon here. And recruit that fellow. He should be sortable by, so we can inspire disloyalty. What is this? Recruit? Entice? Recruit. Is in range of Macedonian diplomats. We're not in range of Macedonian diplomats? Well, that's new. But, oh dear. We've missed the boat. They've taken Pella, and now I think, where's the guy's capital? We've wasted that funding on what? Who even knows what? Is here. His new capital is, Larissa. Apparently it's not connected to the sea and we cannot recruit that guy. Well, such is life. A little wasted stability, funding, tyranny, and whatnot. Well, the tyranny will get us more money. You could stand down your levy here at any time. Any time at all, really. Speaking of standing down, when can we re-recruit our levy? We'll find the truth of it here. What goes on here? Why do we have no one in Mesopotamia? Levy is already raised. We have more levies to disband. We've done it. We've done it. Do we have any more? No levies to disband. All right, well, I think. They must have been stuck in movement. Glorious speed 4. So let's see if we have any levies now. We have no levies. And let's learn the truth of what we have in Persis and the Mesopotamia again. Media, Mesopotamia. Did I miss that? Apparently I have. Let's just sort from A to Z here. Shouldn't that be a larger, like a long... No. Persis. Okay. Mesopotamia is missing, and there it is. It's still only 8 and 4. What has happened to all of our guys there? This was a very large 11 of 45. Levy is already raised. Okay, so first levy of Bactriana. Okay, so he's beaten and battered. That's why these guys are not standing down. So let's just wait for that to happen. And these guys will stand them down again. Disband all levies. We've done it. Mayura's mercs, and that's everyone. Let's let some more time pass here. These guys, let's get them their food recovering as well. I'll get this guy recovering his number as well there. These guys are not really inclined to stand their levies down either. Does anyone stand levies down in the for war exhaustion, or they don't do that? How about you? This guy has a 14 war exhaustion. Well, they'll leave it to us then. So we can theoretically raise our levies at some point. We'll learn of the Mesopotamian. There we go. It's a large. We have recovered our numbers and have the ability to raise until 461. All right, well, we'll wait until then, and then I think we redeclare. May as well speed 5 it. And as much as I'd like to build these buildings, I think these guys may well recover their numbers without going for this double cost. We've done what we can, and we'll carry on. I'd like to build some grand temples, but really don't have the funding level just right now. What is this? Aramaic recruitment drive. Let's see here. Culture Freeman output. These guys lose a lot of loyalty. They have plenty of it. Integration process changes by minus 15%, or we gain some manpower which we desperately need. Discipline 5%. 5% indeed. What's our discipline exactly? We don't really know. We don't really know. Let's find the truth of it. What is our is that it? Morale? Discipline. Discipline there. It's around here somewhere. I can never really arrive at it when I want. I'll be back. There it is. It's here. So, all right. So plus 5% discipline is really all these guys have. Have 15% there. That's not really a lot relative to what discipline does relative to what we already have or really don't have. 5% is neither here nor there, I suppose. We could take a couple of technologies, I believe, at least, or inventions. We have an easy 5%. That's get a free provincial improvement. Well, we need the Freeman output. We need the manpower, and we really need to get the 10% change there. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. It'll make us less fearsome over in the east. Well, we'll not worry. We may have need of these guys sooner than later against the Egyptian menace. It's not really known. Oh, hold on a minute here. We got June already. Speed 5. We got to speed 4 this. This is too much. So I think we can raise all of our levies again. So this guy is mad. The governor is mad. Luckily, there's really not much there, and we don't want to raise them anyway. This governor here is mad as well. There's quite a bit of madness about the area here. 66461. That's a whole year away. I missed the boat on that. It used to be 4 months. I think they changed it in one of the patches, or perhaps at 2.03. Well, a war exhaustion at least is coming down at a fair clip. Our tyranny is high. Our war exhaustion here, 0.54 per. Our AE comes down as well. Stability is holding its own. 461. Have these guys stood down yet? Well, maybe he stood down the big one, hopefully. I don't see any huge army waiting to refresh. So, we'll do that. The good news is we're in the east here, and we have our client states are here as well. Be able to hammer this guy in this area, but if we were to engage this area and proceed in this direction, these guys will march over here, leaving the lion's share of the work to us. And by the time they get there, all they'll probably have for their trouble is a bunch of war exhaustion. All we need to do is dodge the bullet of Egypt at present, or even the Antigonids, although by my best reckoning, the Antigonids should be cease as an ongoing concern relatively quickly, as Corinthos there is a feudatory of Macedon. They should implode momentarily. But the Egyptians, on the other hand, well, as to what their intent is, it's not really known, but I would wager they could declare war on us at the drop of a hat. But as we are fully intact, maybe that plays into their equation. And we've also taken more land here, so if you look at us, we're fairly large. We have 3,904, 7 some odd territories. These guys, we double their size. In fact, we're closing in on the empire configuration, hopefully sooner than later. Well, let's just carry on until 461. 6-6 of 461. Raise these levies. These guys can raise their levies as well. You know, the first levy there is still around. I think he's lumbered back. We're going to play it safe and not declare this war immediately. Bank a little money. Carry on, get some manpower back. We could raise a legion, but we'd have to pay. Don't really want to pay. Let's see here. Adia Bean has gone mad. There we get a claim on stops being a tributary. Wow. That's good to know. Good to know. Unfortunately, they'll probably be conquered shortly by the Armenians. But we need to address that immediately. We should have integrated the Assyrians, perhaps. As well, maybe we will do that as well. We need to declare war here as well. Maybe we'll, after this war with Mayura, we'll try to address this menace here. And maybe we'll drop 25. What's this fellow's opinion at present? This is coming around by and large. You know, I think we need to turn to a mercantile stance. I could care less about the amount of land we take in any given conflict. Filing claims is all good and well. I think we're going to do that immediately. And make a little bit more money and keep our would-be adversaries a little bit less inclined to declare war on us. We're going to improve this fellow's opinion. Who knows what can happen? Who knows? Maybe we avoid ourselves a war. Let's carry on here until 6-6. Aggressive expansions. Do we have a claim? Do we want a claim? We may as well make a claim here. Now we're just, speaking of claims, maybe we'll get a claim in that area. And, well, it's good to have claims by and large, but I think we're busy here. We could be busy here. Let's see here. Do we want a claim in this area? I suppose it's not a poor idea. Do we have one? We don't. I would be Found some free claims elsewhere, so I'm going to check here just on general principle. Theoretically, these guys are allied with one another. Another 20-point claim there. How about here? We only have 100 political influence left at this point. To 1.09. Do we we're running our scheme, right? We are. Maybe we'll not worry about the claims just right now, as these areas will probably be nothing but trouble at present. It's a wrong culture, wrong religion, and if you go there without the proper inventions in place and or funding to build up these cities, that's just a rebellion waiting to happen. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. I don't need that kind of trouble. I just took a look at the board, took a break and such. Let's carry on and wait until 6-6 pops. We'll call up our levies and head, what was that? Changes by positive 10%, we'll take it. Cultural happiness, mass integrated culture as well. We'll not really worry about that, and we're not going to spend our PI either. And we'll not take the 20% hit either. We can maybe call those levies up as well. June 7, we missed it by a day. When does this integrate? Let's see, almost done, 92. I think we can call, we missed it, yeah, we missed our omen. Luckily our omen doesn't really do much. And let's see, we could change one of our pantheons, I think. Global food modifier is nice, but I think there's a population capacity one here. There, right on top with a decent monthly wages omen as well. I think that's probably going to be the one for us. Let's see if we can do it. Zoroastrian guys, this won't do us much any good relative to our plans to Hellenize the area. And maybe we should just leave that alone just right now. And maybe you change it right after we declare the war. That's what we'll do. So let's see. We don't do that? Okay, so this guy can't be raised until 6-11. Let's just slow that. We'll go to 11. That's 11-6. Yeah, well, that's true. We don't want that guy anyway. We don't want him. That's right. This guy was marching back. Mesopotamia and Persis is 6-11 as well. This governor's too disloyal. The governor of Persis is mad. Let's see how. So let's learn the truth here. How mad is he? I see he's a pretender. Yeah. Well, we're going to give this guy the free hands and get him the heck off of this area. Immediately. What we need to do is find the truth of exactly who these governors are. This guy could go mad at any moment as well. Let's see here. So, we've got the Macedonians again. How about our own families? Okay, we've got our own family again. So, we can probably pop, we want to get some Seleucids onto offices and research positions that don't make them crazy. Like this guy, he's not particularly loyal. I believe he's a pretender, but he's half decent at what he does. He's he doesn't have the skill set of this guy, who is, I believe, a scholar. But we have a behind the times, and we'll not worry about that just right now. So we're going to get Achiakos there into that position. And we're going to now check our great families again. Okay, so now we can relieve a governor. Let's say this guy, who could go mad at any moment. The governor of Assyria, which is here. We're going to dismiss him. And off he goes there. So who is this? Gedrosia is non-Seleukid, non-royal, and non-royal. And there's no scorn right now, so we can place these governors as we please. So let's see if we can find a loyal great family person here. There we go. We found the let's see. This fellow here is reasonably loyal. Unfortunately, he's corrupt. As well as has a malice to local, tax, and national. No, he's not the ruler, though. Wages impact. How about this Menid fellow? He looks like a better choice, really, than this other fellow there. He's a decent martial man as well. That's Assyria, though. We want him on Persis, because we're going to be calling up that levy. This fellow here is the choice for the job. There's a 7-man. He's reasonably loyal. We'll plop him down on Persis. We've done that. That is more loyal than not now because it doesn't have a disloyal governor. This fellow is a 43% is good enough. So we need to find ourselves a proper governor there. A Seleukid, no. And then we have whom not. We just maybe find ourselves a very loyal minor character without any corruption. This fellow looks a decent choice as any. Married to ruler family. That should stay in play for some time. And let's plop him down. Now, unfortunately, we're not able to secure the blood of the Seleucids, Argids. I'm going to double check that. I don't see why it would change between then and now. Or we could just go to our ruler. But if you don't check, you never know. You never know here. So, friends, that'd be this fellow. Yeah, that's not in range of Macedonian diplomats. Rats. There goes the blood of the Argid. We get plus 0.5 stability, but there's really a downside to that, and that is actually right. It does more than that. It makes them a little bit less loyal, so far as my recollection. Attraction as heir. It used to make them a little bit more disloyal, but I don't see any nomenclature regarding. Well, we're not worried. We're not worried. And we have an omen here again. And what will we do? Population happiness. Population happiness. That's a decent omen there, really. And that's the economy. That's the one we want to get our leader deified in. If we just had the political influence and the popularity. Well, we'll have that. We'll have that. To make people a bit more happy than not. We have a route. I see we have cloth without doing much of anything. I'd imagine we probably export some cloth. Question is that true or not? It doesn't seem as though we do. So we could import some and get ourselves a bit more technological advancement pace. We'll pick up the pace of our technological advancement. Horses as well. It seems a shame to waste it on something we have already in-house here, which is exactly there. Here. So if we got more pops on that stack there, or on this territory, we would be able to create it in-house. To have an additional surplus, we'd need 13. 13s. So let's, first of all, we're going to disallow promotion in that area. As we, well, 13. We have a population 18. We're going to leave promotion. We're going to see about moving some pops into that area and creating a surplus of cloth. So we'll take it off of this other cloth. Whereas we're going to get it from outside the capital territory. So we want it from this vegetable area as well. And now we sort of have to draw from either the capital or move some pops secondarily to this vegetable area, which I'm going to do. We seem to have a fair amount of money. We'll get Macedonians. As many Macedonians as we can come by. Where is this Aberdia area? We don't really know. I think that's where we're going. It is, yeah. So we'll leave that be. And search for Macedonians elsewhere. We have some here. In the middle of a city. We'll not do that either. Hellenic Babylonians. At least they're Hellenic. We have no Macedonians. Well, we're going to move some of these Hellenic guys to our capital area. Any and all Hellenics, we'll move them. A couple more here. One. They'll convert when they convert. So let's move them on to this cloth area from that vegetable. There we go. So we have a surplus of cloth now without doing much of anything. Other than spending just a bit of money. And those guys will promote to freemen and populate our 5 cities in that area. We don't do much heavy cavalry, which means there's no incentive to pick anything just right now. We'll not worry. Alright, so I think we can call up our levies, as I was about to do, and we'll head them over towards that front. Is there a sort here that I like? Potency of levy? Ah, there it is. We have that. Sort by strength. There we go. Okay, so we can raise this levy. It's not going to do our research rate much any good. Let's check the status of these other areas. Relatively small levies. We're going to call this levy up here. But we're going to do it in a more efficient manner. Get it as close to the front here as where we're going as possible. Let's do it. And we're going to call this levy up here Persis as well. Do we defend this area with the levy of Persis? Perhaps we do. Perhaps we do. Let's call up the levy of Persis here. Get him moving in this direction here to defend our new holdings in this area. We want a fort there? Yeah. If they ravage the area, what of it? So, if I had to say, well, we don't really know. I suppose we'll send both of those guys to this area and maybe see what happens. Alright, and recovering our manpower and such, I suppose we could call up some new legions for our capital. This is probably not a poor idea, as the last one was stack-wiped during that last engagement. And maybe a couple of elephants. It's a small contingent. It cost us 5 per. We'll have an engineer or 2. And a 6.64 way. We'll do it. We'll do it. Let's call that guy up as well. He's there. Let's have him head up to this area. And we'll proceed. And these guys are recovering their manpower and such. Perhaps everything is relatively in order to where we could declare this war. We're speed 4ing here. Let's see here. We get... he loses a bit of loyalty, and we get some freemen. That's a fine idea. I'll have the freemen. What is that? He gains some corruption, this fellow. He's a governor. Yeah, we'll take the freeman. Let's see here. I think we probably just get these guys headed off toward the front, and then maybe call this an episode, and then we'll declare as soon as the next one starts. Give our client states a chance to recover from high war exhaustion and such. It's already down to 7. Unfortunately, the Mayurans are probably in the same boat. Let's check the status of what they are. They have lost their ally in Kalinga and have the client state of Atavia, a tributary here, and still their client state of Palada. But this area here, let's see. We don't have access to that as yet, but I'd like to file a claim there once we do secure Paruva, if we do secure Paruva. And then there's these guys. Yeah, they have a positive opinion of us. Good for us. We've done that. And we have, what's our money? Making decent money. And we'll carry on towards the east in hopes of securing the Indo-Greek kingdom. State, religion, happiness, -5. Well, we don't have much of that. Religious tech, and we lose 5 stability. We gain 3 stability. We gain 6 stability. Going with option number 1. Now, speaking of that, are we done with this decision as yet? I believe we were giving these guys a decision. I think we have another available. The Gandhari there. Let's see if we can... No, we don't have one available. We're presently engaged in that activity, and we'll carry on. How many routes now? Still the same. On we go. What was that? Kalinga, just barely making it back. Hopefully we win this again. We'll send the same guy. Well, who is he? He has involved in a job there. He has a very outside chance of winning. We'll send this fellow as a researcher. 68. What's this guy's statesmanship? 70 some odd there. This researcher guy. Blood of the Seleukos. And so he doesn't really we're gonna send this fellow. We need a researcher immediately here. We're gonna have let's see. We need to get a Seleukid into a government job and learn the truth of what goes on here. We have Menids who have extra, and the Fratarakas. So if a Menid or a Frataraka we can dismiss. A Menid or... There's a Frataraka here. He's mercenary maintenance. This guy really is not very good at much of anything other than... what's his statesmanship? He's very good at that, it would seem. So maybe we'll get a Seleukid man on the job there, who is more competent than he, and we'll take. We still get 2% mercenary maintenance because the guy is much more talented than that fellow. And we need a researcher, a proper researcher. This fellow is a scholar. So the Olympics have done us a world of good. We get a free chance for technological gain, and we also have a more potent mercman with a higher potential. And the issue here is, who is this? Okay, so let's see if this guy can, this guy here go forward to this area. Get this fellow forward there. I think everything is everything with food here. The Mayurans are not in this area. There's nothing to worry about in our northern flank. We have gone... What if we were to declare war? What happens? All of our client state... What is that? I don't think that fellow is a client. He's at war with Mayura. I see. Egad. He's rebelled against the crazed Mayurans. We have to take him immediately. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take him out immediately. And this guy's headed towards our goal here. Our Indo-Greek kingdom. Where is our decisions here? Where is the Indo-Greek? Here. We need this province here, Madra. We need to take that immediately. Declare war. Zhangzong. Cambodia. Kasa. It's a nice little war there. I think we win. We need to take this guy out before the Mayurans arrive. We're going to do that immediately. Let's do it. And the joys of Speed 4 and paying a bit more attention. Actually, Speed 5. Well, whatever the case is, we're taking it slow. We're going to go here immediately. Let's get down here immediately as well. Let's move it out. This guy doesn't do that. I see. We don't have any access from the Mad Mayuran. I'd imagine he's probably not inclined to give us any either. Access actions. We could demand it. That's probably a poor idea. These guys, we're going up to this area. We're going up there. As there's no way to secure... If we were to declare on Mayura, our truce would give us a horrific stability hit and such. 464. We're almost to the point where we can declare war on him, but we're not there. Nor do we really need to either. We'll secure our Indo-Greek kingdom and then look into the matter in greater detail. As for this fellow here, we're going up here. Let's see if we can... we don't do that either. I think maybe we assault this fort with our mercs. We'll get the whole lot there. Can chariots assault? I don't know. I don't think they can. We need light infantry. This guy's... Hold on a minute here. Come on now. There's a chariot man there. We're at war with this guy. I say we send this guy up here. Get this ball rolling there. We bring it on. Bring it to this guy. Have a bad research rate? Well, we'll not worry about him. Well, we were going to do this in the next episode, but it's going to be a smaller war than previously thought, so... This guy here is doing his thing there. We'll just let that tick. Mayurans will steal this from us. This is the provincial capital, right? These guys, everybody's in the house here. He's lost. We got some popularity. It's over for that guy, I think. have a claim on that area. It's over for that guy. We have food. We have food. This area has been occupied by the crazed Mayurans. What is that? Peruvian revolt. I see. That's our prize. We have to take that as well, I see. Well, are we at war with him? We're at war with him as well. He can't, he's gonna take that. He's gonna try to take that, the fiend. Why we're there? I don't know. I don't know. Now maybe he does something sort of weird. Who knows what drives him? We're gonna try to take our prize here ASAP. That's our prize, Maurya. We have to take that for the Indo-Greek. And there's really nothing else going on here other than this fairly tight war zone here. We'll just carry on. He's gone mad, he's gone mad. He's doing a siege thing there. What is he doing? Well, I suppose it's possible he could wander off. So we'll just go hang out with him. We can't assume control of the siege because we're not in the same war. I believe we're going to have to declare war on the Mayurans again to secure the Indo-Greek kingdom for ourselves. We won that siege. Do we have another fort up here? Is that Zhangzhung? Well, let's see. We'll go here immediately. We'll have this guy go up, actually have him go there. We'll have this fellow go there. And then we'll proceed to the fort. Try to close this war out ASAP. We'll go here as well. Now these mad Mayurans are at war with our group there as well. We need to beat them to the provincial capital so that they don't take any of that territory. They don't seem inclined to disengage from this siege. That's going to be the one territory that stops us from reaching our goal. 6 stability. What is that now? How have we done that? Ruler Zeal, Basilius. We get Basilius. Our satrapies? I thought they gave legitimacy. Let's see here. Monthly legitimacy .2. Well, we seem to be a stability creating machine here. We don't really have a lot of PI though. I suppose we don't really need it. If we have more, it will evaporate quickly. 10 PI. We'll not have it. We'll not have it. You can wander off at any time. Do your famous... No? He's not gonna... He's... No. Oh well. The Gardens of Babylon here. We get 5 stability. Where is that? Babylon. The city of what? Whatever. We lose 5 stability. We get some funding. I like that option. We get 5 tyranny. We have plenty. We're going to lose stability and take the funding. And maybe we'll build a grand temple in honor of that event there in the mighty city of Babylon there. Let's see about the Chaldeans. We're going to build a grand temple there. Hope to offset some of the madness that went on in the area. And we'll carry on with this effort here immediately. You could go leave at any time now. You could just sort of like go off somewhere and then come back if you'd like. We'll take control of the siege for you. And we'll get it done probably quicker than you. We will. We're a 14, clearly. Yeah, well. The rats. The rascal's done it. Well, who is this? We have this territory at least. Yeah. Onward we go here. Who is this? A man of Ares. Yeah, morale of armies. Fort defense. We'll take a new guy. Who even knows who it is? We'll find out. Is he a man of Ares? I don't see any men of Ares, really. We have plenty of them. Who's that? Well, he's wandering about somewhere. Who knows who he is or where? What drives him? Do you do anything here? How about this guy? He's a 13 man. We need to get on the ball here up to this area immediately. This fellow here has he's sort of hurting for food here. How about this fellow? He's a 5 man, unfortunately. We probably should have said, well, this guy may run out of food. Well, we're not worried, really. We're going to hold down this territory just in case there are any enemy incursions. We don't want it reoccupied, and then the Mayurans will grab it. Speed 5? Speed 5 it. Let's get this guy on the ball up here. Relieve the food-challenged army. Victorious. Beating that guy. We have control of this area now. We'll carry on. We have another stack wipe coming. What is that? 5 legitimacy. We need it badly. We'll have it. These guys, it's over for them. What is that? Somehow this area... What is that? They've remade peace. You know what? This thing is finally worked in my favor. I think they must have pieced out the Mayurans. They have. I think this civil war that these guys have done it to the Mayurans. They resolved their civil war, and the Mayurans had occupied this, but when their civil war resolved, their diplomats approached the Mayuran diplomats and said, well, you know, you guys go home, we got all this handled now. And the Mayurans, oh, well, we'll head on back. I think that's what just happened. I'm not sure, but they didn't take anything. It's a joyous bonanza for us. Finally, it's worked in our favor. And what in the heck is going on here? We don't really rightly know. We probably should disband some of our levies, really. Unless we want to pivot immediately to war. These guys have finally arrived. So maybe we could pivot to war immediately with the Mayurans after this closes. We got everybody in the house here. This area will be overrun badly. Well, worst things could happen. Where's our other, this guy's moving, right? He's going there. This guy's there. This guy's another, the levy of Persis. We're headed in the right direction. And I think the truce ends with Mayura shortly. Let's see when that is over. October 2-4, so about 9 months or thereabouts, probably coinciding with the end of this war. We'll learn the truth. You know, we're gonna... Will this guy have enough food to carry on with that effort? I think he does. I think he does. We're gonna get these guys the heck out of that area. In hopes of engaging the Mayurans quicker. This guy may starve, he may not. We don't know. We'll put more faith in our subjects, clearly. You'd want to go here so that guy doesn't wander off, really. What's that? We'll have that. I see we have no longer importing iron. That's bad news indeed. I think we have an extra import route that we can have. We have a double up here. What do we need? If I had to say, perhaps we need something to keep our nobles happy and or producing. I think happiness at this point is probably where we're going to look for. Where is that? Noble happiness. We need some dyes from our friends in Egypt. Where's this? Client state there as well. Our nobles are happier now. 300% weight. We've done it. Now we can carry on here. And pivot on the Mayurans, hopefully. What's that? I thought he was no longer going to be involved in the plot. What is that? We'll engage in combat. We're not. We should step in. We don't need our Eric being brain damaged or whatnot here. We need to close this out. Oh no. Nicomedes is brain damaged. Let's see, Nicomedes. Luckily, we got our primary heir out of that plot. Let's see here. Nicomedes dies. Or we can grab some stability. 50% he dies, or what are here? We have brain damaged. Who is Nicomedes? We'll find out. Nicomedes here, I believe that's a fellow we paid to get married. This fellow, oh, that's... Who is Nicomedes? Well, we'll bring a holy man here. We don't really know what the... It's over for Nicomedes. Well, we got some stability there. Let's see. Nicomedes was our merc man. Let's see. We now have no talent here for our mercs. Do we really care? I suppose to one degree or the next we really don't. 1%, 2%, 10%, it doesn't really make much difference. We'll go for this loyal man there. We'll not worry about the fee or what percentage off we get. We have plenty of money and we'll not worry. It's over for that stack there. I see we've lost our iron again somehow. I see, so... Have we lost our iron? We don't know. We'll find out shortly. I think we lost a route somewhere. We could probably move down towards this area here. We probably should have done that a bit sooner. Well, we'll go here. We'll go here. We've done it. Siege is won and double won. We can now peace out with this fellow. And what do we want? I think we have claims Well, let's learn the truth here. First of all, we want to take... I think we'll probably want to separate peace out with these guys if possible. Can we separate peace here? We can. We can take that, that, and that. It doesn't look like we have many claims here, so let's just go for cheap. There. And that doesn't prevent our wonderful ally from proceeding up in this direction. And I think that rounds out what will be our provenance here as well. We have no aggressive expansion at present. So what we want to do is transfer the rest of this territory here to the Gandaharans. We'll transfer that. We'll transfer that to the Gandaharans as well. And then we can separate or piece out with this lot here. So we are taking that for ourselves, and the rest of this goes to Gandhara. Let's hit the button. So it looks as though we've done it again here. This crazy machine has bugged up and given this to us, even though we didn't ask for it. We're going to have to debug that after the episode ends, but we'll not worry about doing it just right now. So we have no captured prisoners. And I think Gandhara can annex this just because they don't have to have adjacency because they're a client state. This would be a huge problem if we didn't have the client states able to annex wherever it is they please. So, I suppose we can get some characters or whatnot from some Hindu characters or such. There's no downside to it. Let's imprison these guys and then we'll sort that out after the war. We could lose a little AE. We don't have much and we're not worried about it either. We'll grab some characters. So, I think that, let's see here. If we want to transfer, where's the capital? There's a provincial capital. So we transfer this to Gandhara. Let's see what happens here. So Gandhara can take that. So we don't need adjacency because it's a client state. So we're going to go ahead and transfer the rest to Gandhara as well. As we really don't want much anything to do with this area, as it's mostly tribal, wrong religion, and wrong culture. I'd imagine the Gandharans are probably not going to have very good luck with it either. But that's their business as to how they manage it. More power to them. And we'll cross that bridge if and when it comes. So, what we have here is Gandhara, Gandhara, Gandhara. So this is all clearly Gandhara. And we will peace out there. Gandhara's taken it. We've done it. So we just need to get this debugged into Gandhara. So what we have now is Kasara here. And looks as though we have some serious aggressive expansion we'll take here. So this is part of our Indo-Greek kingdom. That's the lesser Maurya here. That's what we want. We're going to double check just to be sure that the Indo-Greek kingdom is Maurya. Look at that. It's here as well. What is that? Where is that? Where is Maurya? So this area is the outlying portion. Maurya. Just Maurya. Kasmira. Let's see if Kasmira is included at all. So these two provinces or territories here are part of Kasmira. This is a mountain range. So if we go to the Indo-Greek kingdom, it's just there. So we can transfer Kasmira to our client state as we really don't need any trouble with the 8 aggressive expansion or the pops in the area. Are they Hindu? They are Hindu, so our client state will probably be happier than not with the acquisition. There's the provincial capital, Gandhara. So now we can separate peace here. Kandahar takes that. We take our Indo-Greek kingdom. Madra to Seleucid Empire. There it is right there. Button. It's on. So we have no imprisoned leaders for the stability thing. We don't need to execute everyone and such. So we'll just imprison and we'll release them as part of our, and include them in our character base. So here's the last. We should have that. Get a bit of aggressive expansion. Done it. No characters here. We'll take the prisoners as well. Now we should have an actionable, we do, it popped up, an Indo-Greek kingdom. We're going to instigate that at the beginning of the next episode. We'll sort this out. I hope to see you then.